Good morning to the HSD Nation. So, we are here for informational purposes only. That's it. That's all this channel is about, is informational purposes only. So, it's getting a little closer and closer to the 2022, the People's Convoy. So, there's been a lot of questions and, concerns and curiosity raised, which I understand because of what happened in Canada. Now, I am trying, I've reached out to everybody I possibly can. I am trying to get firsthand, trying to get in contact with the organizers. Just one or two organizers, just one really. Because my channel is, really growing up with people, concerned about this, and I would like to give you guys information firsthand. I see it's on certain news channels, blah, 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 but little old Hotshot, he's still trying. So, if you know of anybody, or you are one of those guys, please get a hold of me, hotshotwedge@gmail.com. I will immediately give you my phone number, and we can get in contact. You can come on here, do interviews, whatever. So, I had a guy yesterday respond and said that the website has changed back to March is when it's moving, and it's not. Here to find out, the guy was on Telegram, which I'm not talking bad on the guy, I'm just explaining the situation. And on Telegram, he was getting information that obviously contradict the website. The website is still February 23rd, and I have some exact dates and times on the next couple days. I've also had people asking about why they register, and this is my opinion on why they're asking people to register. They want to know how many people are going to be there. Like, they are starting in a stadium. Well, if they only got 20 people to respond, then they can start at a Love's truck stop. So, they have to make sure they have enough room for all this parking. I mean, if you're running 1,000 trucks across the country, you need somewhere to put them without shutting down the roadway in the middle of Alabama. So that's one reason maybe, okay? But two is safety and infiltration. And it's sad that we have to talk about it this way, but if you have people that show up in semis that are, not tagged, or they have stuff illegal going on, that's going to be part of the convoy. Like, that's now going to be on our name. They want to make sure you're legal. They want to make sure everything's by the book, and your safety. If we know we're running with this many trucks, and truck A wanders off, or let's say something happens. God forbid something happens. Well, they can look back and have information on truck A, who it is, where it come from, and all that kind of stuff, right? So, that's that. That's my opinion on why they're registering. Just my opinion. Now, number two is, why are they not just giving us all the dates, like all the times, where they're going to be, when they're going to be? Well, that's kind of impossible. Because if you have this many trucks running cross country, A, you got to make sure you know where you're going, right? And B, we can't plan to be at the Petro in Oakdale. I'm just making stuff up. Petro in Oakdale, they have 100 spots, right? And we think today we can do it, but tomorrow we go through a town and 300 people show up. Well, they can, you can no longer go there now, so they're going to be releasing the stuff within 24 hours along the journey. And that's really why I'm trying to get in contact with them. And now here's a couple. I'm going to read the schedule, but first I'm going to give you a couple keynotes from them. It says, please note, and I am reading right off of the People's Convoy information pamphlet. Like, this is what they hand out. It says, please note, complete details regarding stopping points will be released en route. Areas are intentionally non-specific due to the need to maintain operational security and to leave time to coordinate with local municipalities. Routes and times are subject to change. Right? So, if they're going into Amarillo, Texas, and they want to stop there for the night, and then the local municipality's like, nope, we don't want nothing to do with this. We don't want you stopping in our town. We're going to do blah, blah, blah. We're going to make it difficult. Keep it pumping. Like, we're not here to cause a scene on the way to get to where we're going to do a peaceful protest. Like, this is all peaceful. Like, if you look at the Canadian Freedom Convoy, that our goal, everybody's goal, and don't take this the wrong way, Canada, should be to one-up Canada. Canada truck drivers had no violence from the truck drivers. There was people that infiltrated, great. Well, not great, but you know what I'm saying. There was 0 truck drivers arrested due to their actions. Now, yesterday they arrested the organizers just to try to prove a point. They're right back out. So, as Americans, we are hot-headed. We are determined. We are about what we are about. But remember, you are about freedom. You are about peacefully protesting the freedom. That 30-foot tractor or that 80-foot rig, that's your tool to protest. You do not do anything to jeopardize that. If we have thousands of trucks, and I say we just as everything, if we have thousands of trucks, that's going to make a scene. That will make a scene. So, we don't need to be violent. We don't need to beat nobody up, tear nothing up, burn it down. That's not what we're here for. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Just want to talk. To work it out. That's it. So, it also says, the People's Convoy is asking for accountability in the form of bipartisan congressional hearings regarding the handle of COVID-19 pandemic and the state of emergency and all mandates and restoration of freedom and liberty as we stand in solidarity with our Americans and in support of other countries across the world. Right? So, that's what this is all about. Now, I know not many people really think about it or understand, but some people have health issues, right? They do stuff every month. You know, the whatever. They take medicine, stay alive, whatever they got to do, okay? And now, this is an example, but this is not the whole problem. And it's going to muddy it, and I hate it. But let's say I'm forced to take a medication, right? But you know nothing about what I take, when I take it, what I do, okay? Well, if the doctor can't give me an exact, you'll be fine, like, I can't take it based on, you know, I have a wife and kids and all that, and what I'm doing is working. So, if I take this, which, you know, is what it is, whether it works or not, that's besides the point. That's not what we're talking about here. But if I take this, nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody knows. So, I'm as a truck driver, Some places in New York, I can't go get food. I can't go get fuel because I don't have a card. And I can't get an exemption because they don't know if it should be exempt or not. So that's really what this comes down to. It's the freedoms of choice for your current situation to not do what they want you to do. Like, there's reasons. You know, we just got to fight for the freedom that we have had and we have the rights to. In Canada, I'll put a video out, but in Canada, there was a trucker that was at a peaceful protest. He was parked on the side of the road. He wasn't obstructing or nothing. So the cops came and they had reason to believe, a suspicion, that there was firearms in this truck. They went in, tore his truck apart, searched it all, flipped stuff over, made a mess. No firearms. Okay? No firearms. Which is good. But that just shows that what can be done without the freedom. If I say you have a gun or you have this, you have that, I can inconvenience you and your whole world be upside down. If I'm in my hometown and my truck's on the side of the road getting searched because somebody says they have reason to suspect, my name is trashed in that town. It's gone. Whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent or had anything to do with it, that doesn't matter. It's not. When people see, people believe. Whether it's true or not, they believe what they see. And what they hear if it's convenient. So now let's get to the schedule. The schedule on February 22nd, 2022 at 12 o'clock noon local time. This is in California time. Okay? Begin staging at Adelanto Stadium. The address is 12,000 Stadium Way, Adelanto, California. 92301. Okay? So then the next day, 2/23/22 at 9 a.m. local time, Convoy departs Adelanto Stadium, traveling Interstate 15 through Las Vegas. And then we'll drop down to the Kingman, Arizona area. Okay? 2/24/22. 8 a.m. local time, depart Kingman, Arizona. And continue to travel east through New Mexico on Interstate 40 to Glen Rio, Texas area. So as of the 25th, they will be parked in the Glen Rio, Texas area that night. And as I've read, that's why I've already told you why they're doing it this way. Now, if you have any questions, the official website is www.thepeoplesconvoy.org. And it says, visit our website for information and please consider making a tax-deductible donation to support the cause. Now, I'm not going to talk about the donations one way or the other. But if you're going to donate, do it on the website. If you want to make sure your money goes to where it's supposed to go, or Even if it gets tied up, at least you know where it's at. I am sure. I mean, I've already seen people claiming to sell t-shirts and 50% of it goes to the convoy. Well, I have a hard time believing you have a 50% markup. And if you do have a 50% markup, and you're not making no money because you give it all away, you're doing this for free. Might as well give away the t-shirts. But that's here or there. I've also seen of people doing, trying to get donations, but doesn't have anything to do with it. So be very, very cautious on who you give your money to. Unfortunately, these situations are when the con men really take off. So I've told you about that. You know, everything I know and can find right now. So if anybody, like I've said before, and anybody is doing the local convoy stuff, like let's say you're going from Michigan, you want to go to your state house. You need Michigan drivers, or you need somebody that's going to be in Michigan. Let's say they're delivering in Michigan on the 24th and you're doing it on the 25th. Maybe they can join in for a day. Send me an email, hotshotwedge@gmail.com. Give me your information, who you are, what you're trying to do, what you need. And we can put you on an interview so you can put out there what exactly is going on. So that is the updates I have on the People's Convoy right now. Canada got really ugly. We'll do a separate video on that, on what they're doing to the truckers there. But until then, like, share, subscribe. Send this out to anywhere you can. Let your people know. Let your people know what's going on here. We need support, support, support. And as far as getting money for the fuel to do this, I would assume you're going to have to turn in receipts. I don't see them handing you or sending you $500 to your bank account and hoping you put it in and blah, 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 because they need to keep track of where that money goes. So I would believe, and if I was doing it, it would be on a receipt basis, but that's just me. If I hear anything else, I will let you know. But if anybody is in contact with Chris Young, Mike Landis, or Mr. Brass, Brian Brass, please get a hold of me. hotshotwedge@gmail, and I will give you my phone number that moment. But until then, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live, when we drop this knowledge. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.